But I have to start with Shohei Ohtani and what he did Wednesday night in Miami. Truly unbelievable. So I have a lot I want to talk about here. One, that outing Wednesday night. And two, we just need to really soak in here what we're watching. And I'm going to explain why Shohei is the MVP. Without question. I'm going to break it all down just so it's really easy to understand why a guy like this, why a guy like Shohei Ohtani, when we are watching him and while we have him doing what he's doing, he is the most valuable player. Okay, but let's start with that outing last night in Miami. On the mound, he was unbelievable. 7 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, an unearned run, so 0 earned runs, and 10 strikeouts. 10 strikeouts. He has now pitched 21 and a third innings without allowing an earned run. He is 2 outs away from 30 innings without allowing an earned run. It's remarkable. On the year now, Shohei is 8-4 with a 2.44 ERA in 14 starts. But I've been saying this for a while, and this is why, you know what? This is why I have my own segment on the show. So, you know what? Put them in the wall. Do the lights. Let's do this. This is why Shohei Ohtani is such a big part of the show. Because every time he takes the mound, Shohei Ohtani is doing something that has never been done before in history. And again, last night on a Wednesday night, he's doing things that haven't been done ever before. Okay, so last night, obviously, like I said, he threw 7 innings, punched out 10 guys, and didn't give up an earned run. Gave up 2 hits. He also hit, and he went 1 for 4 at the plate with 2 RBIs and a stolen base. So, he did last night. He became the only person to ever do something. He became the first player since RBIs became official in 1920 to record 10-plus strikeouts on the mound, have 2 or more RBIs, and a stolen base in the same game. The first one, Shohei Ohtani, making history. He has now recorded 10-plus strikeouts and allowed 0 earned runs in 3 straight starts. He's just the 4th pitcher in American League history to ever do that. John Lackey did it in 2006 with the Angels. Nolan Ryan, might have heard of him, did it in 1972 with the Angels. And Ray Culp in 1968 with the Red Sox. And now, Shohei Ohtani. The stats just keep rolling. Ohtani is now one of 2 AL pitchers since 1969 to go 4-0 with a 0.00 ERA and 40-plus strikeouts over a 4-game span, joining Johan Santana in 2004 with the Twins. This is remarkable. Remarkable. You can use any adjective in the entire book to explain what we are seeing, to explain Shohei Ohtani and his dominance. You know, somebody told me yesterday, they said, because I obviously talk about Shohei a lot, somebody said on Twitter, they said, you know, Shohei is a generational talent. You know, it happens. We've seen it. No, Shohei Ohtani isn't a generational talent. Shohei Ohtani is a once-in-a-universe talent. Baseball's been around for well over 100 years now. And we have never, ever seen a player like Shohei Ohtani. The one comparison is Babe Ruth, who many consider to be the greatest of all time. And he's almost like this fictional, can you believe this guy existed character. That's what Shohei is going to be in 100 years and 200 years. Can you believe this guy existed? Can you believe there was a guy that was doing this? Can you believe there was a guy like Ben Verlander that knew what he was watching when he was watching it? Man, that guy is lucky. I wish I was around when he was talking about him. Everyone needs to appreciate him. I tweeted this last night. I am once again here begging everyone to appreciate Shohei Ohtani more while we have him. Please. I have this other stat that I want you to really listen to, okay? Really let this soak in because this is remarkable, and I feel like everybody should let out an audible gasp when they hear this. In the last 50 years, the highest slugging percentage with runners in scoring position. The highest in 50 years. Shohei Ohtani at 621. Behind him is Mike Trout and Mark McGwire. In the last 50 years, the lowest slugging percentage against with runners in scoring position. Shohei Ohtani at the very top of that list. And Dellin Betances and Aroldis Chapman. In the last 50 years, he's got the highest slugging percentage in runner scoring position and the lowest slugging percentage against as a pitcher. It's him on both sides of that. How are more people not talking about this? How are more people not talking about how amazing that is? It's truly remarkable. You know what? He did this in Miami. The attendance in Miami for Marlins games is under 10,000. It's like 7,000 per game. Last night they had, here's the tweet right here. Miami Marlins average home attendance for Wednesday home games this season, 7,950. Miami Marlins attendance tonight, as in Wednesday, when Shohei Ohtani pitched, 18,741. More than doubled the average because the face of baseball was on the mound. That's why. I want to end talking about Shohei and just him making more and more history with this. And I want to end with why he is the most valuable player. And the argument that I see over and over and over, people reaching out when I say this, is that, well, he's not on a winning team. Here's my argument. Let's look at Aaron Judge. Let's use Aaron Judge as an example here. Aaron Judge has been on the best team in baseball this year. If you take Aaron Judge off of the New York Yankees, they are still a playoff team. If you take Aaron Judge and put him on the Los Angeles Angels and take off Shohei Ohtani, the Angels, they're not making the playoffs. So why are we punishing a player for playing on the team that he is playing on? Baseball is different than every other sport. If you play the best season in basketball, if you're in the NBA and you play the best, your team's going to get into the playoffs. There's 5 players on the court. If LeBron James has a fantastic season and wins MVP, he's going to end up in the playoffs. In the NFL, the quarterback, if he has a great year, his team's going to be in the playoffs. Baseball is just different than every other sport. This is the one sport where the argument of, well, you have to make the playoffs doesn't matter. In baseball, the MVP award goes to who had the best season, because you can't directly put your team on the back and put them in the playoffs. That's not how it works. Shohei Ohtani is the most valuable player in Major League Baseball because he continually does things night in and night out that we have never seen before. He is a fantastic pitcher, and he is one of the best hitters in the game of baseball. He's on pace for over 30 home runs, to drive in over 100 runs, and he's on pace to have a 2.4 ERA. He's on pace to finish the year with 158 innings pitched, 117 hits allowed, 217 strikeouts in 158 innings. He's got a 2.44 ERA. He's also on pace to finish with 35 homers, 103 RBIs, and 19 steals. Shohei Ohtani is in the 90th percentile in speed, in sprint speed. He does it all. Nobody does it all. And he's doing it almost better than everybody else on both sides of the ball. In the last month, you'll be hard-pressed to find a better pitcher. He's also been fantastic offensively as well. Shohei Ohtani is the MVP, and he made more history on Wednesday night. It's special. Appreciate it, my friends. Thanks for watching. If you love flipping bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.